Well. Who could have guessed it? Who could have guessed that Barcelona were gonna get absolutely mauled by Newcastle for most of the game, and for the first half, second half, and even in the extra time, Newcastle could have made it 2-3. No, they didn't. They made it 1-0, got our hopes up, last minute penalty, which I think is a bit weird that the referee didn't blow the whistle, but we're gonna get into that. And Lamine Yamal scores the penalty. Of course he did. You know, guys, I predicted this. You can look at my UCL prediction. It's right there on my channel. I literally said, first leg, Newcastle, Barcelona, it's gonna be 1-1. And unfortunately, for me, I was right. Yes, unfortunately, because when you see this game, and you look at this, okay, this is skewed, by the way, of course, by the penalty. Before the penalty, oh my god, Newcastle, like, it's just, without the penalty, they had absolutely nothing in the second half. In the first half, it was way more balanced. But Barcelona, what you showed out there today should be embarrassing to every Barcelona fan. And I don't care if they are away or if they are playing anywhere in the world. This team is supposed to be one of the best teams in the world, right, guys? Where was Lamine Yamal today? Don't even try it, yeah? The penalty saves him. He had a stinker. Pedri, stinker and hooked. Hamstring injury. Rushed him too early. Once again, Barcelona doing stupid decisions. Bernal is injured now. How are you going to do in the second half? You know, in the second leg. How? Fermin Lopez, nothing in the attack. Lewandowski, absolutely finished. He's finished, bro. Look at him, bro. They even added the new flipping. Brother, what the hell is this, bro? Unk. Yo. Is he 59? Bruh, it says 37, but you look 59, bro. Chill out, man. Chill out on Leva, bro. I don't think he should be playing football. That's a pensioner right there, bro. Nah, man. He should be, I don't know, bro, sipping some tea in England. In some nice, you know, out there area, bro. This ain't you, bro. The Champions League is too good for you. And that brings me onto my next point. For another Barcelona player, the occasion was too big today. The occasion was too big today. He was fumbling balls. He did have a couple of good saves. But let's be honest, the saves that he was pulling off were mainly for Newcastle's offsides. Other than that, I genuinely don't think, like, he didn't have a great game. He collected some crosses, but that's because Elanga was fucking ass, bro. Elanga, bro. If anybody tells me that Juan Garcia was good today because of claiming crosses, didn't watch the ball. You know why he claimed those crosses? Because Elanga is blind, bro. He can... Bro, that's all you do. You pass the ball like this. Your teeth... Sorry, your feet are fried. Your feet are fried at what, 24? How old are you, bro? 23! Oh my god, he dribbles like Pedro Rodriguez when he's 75, bro. How about that? Like, Elanga literally made Juan Garcia look better today, and he was still shit. That goal, by the way, do you think it should have been a goal on that Harvey Barnes? Because the cross is nice. The defending is absolutely diabolical from the Barcelona defense. I'm gonna get into your defense in a bit. Because this defense today, I knew before the game, they were gonna be blowing bubbles, bro. And your whole team was blowing. Because they completely outplayed you, even on the ball, without the ball, pressing everything. Eddie Howe coached a perfect game. These players just couldn't finish it. I'm telling you, if Alexander Isak was playing up front today, this Barcelona team is losing at least 3-1. I'm gonna give you the penalty, but you are losing this game at least 3-1. Because Juan Garcia, I don't think that's a particularly... Like, you're saving the ball with your chest. You were fumbling balls all day. You were catching the ball like it's a hot potato, bro. Come on, man. Don't let it touch your hands, bro. You're meant to catch the ball, bro. Come on, man. Don't be scared. And I think genuinely, Flick, you completely got this game wrong. In my opinion, what should have been done is Marcus Rashford should have started either as a striker or anywhere on the wings. He should have put Rafinha maybe as a striker or did something, you know, with the formation. But Rashford has to start this game when you know what he can do against Newcastle. And I thought to myself, okay, he's going to give him from like the 60th minute because we know Rashford has to get running. But this game from Hansi Flick, it was not good. 70th minute, first substitutions. And it looked like Newcastle and Eddie Howe were chasing the game more. I'm going to talk about the substitutions more later because I want to mention all of these players because I do think they made a huge difference. But the first half, genuinely, if I had to summarize this first half, that I think every Newcastle and every casual Barcelona fan thought what was actually going to happen. Barcelona were going to play a little bit more reserved. First 20 minutes, Newcastle is absolutely going to destroy Barcelona with the pressure from the crowd, and they were doing exactly that. They won so many balls high up the pitch. They had so many opportunities, which they didn't use, mainly because of Elanga and Osula not being good on the ball. But I really liked Jacob Ramsey today, and especially Harvey Barnes with Lewis Hall. They were doing numbers on that defense. But you know what pissed me off the most in the first half? The corners from Sandro Tonali. You have Trippier, one of the best set-piece takers, like in the last generation, genuinely. He has elite set pieces, free kicks, everything. But you have Tonali, which, how many corners this Newcastle waste in this game? They had 6 corners, and how many in the first half? 6 in the first half! How many did they have? 9! 9 corners. And when you look at this Barcelona team, they are so bad defensively on set pieces. And they have players like Osula, Joel Linton, Jacob Ramsey, Thiaw, Byrne. These are all physical and tall players. They didn't use it at all. I think this was the only part that I would blame, the players from Newcastle and Eddie Howe, because I think it's his decision who's deciding to take these corners. Tonali cannot be taking corners for you guys, bro. If you get any chance, any sort of chance to score at the Camp Nou, it's going to be from a set piece. Please let Trippier take them if he's going to play. Because he didn't have a good game. I was hearing before the game, Rafinha and Lamine Yamal are going to have a field day against Lewis Hall and Trippier. You're going to get cooked, You're going to get cooked, bro. Byrne is going to get cooked. I mean, Newcastle fans, did you get cooked? I don't think you got cooked at all. I think you were doing the cooking. You were frying Barcelona. And the second half, you can let me know. Maybe I'm being a bit too biased, but I think they were even better in the second half. They were even more up for it. And the crowd, usually it dies down, after 50, 60 minutes because the players are not that, energetic anymore. They don't, it's hard to press for 90 minutes. But today, they were way smarter than I think they would have because they held the ball way more in the second half. Even though Barcelona still had way more possession, which is skewed by the last few minutes, because Barca, of course, they had to be on the ball more. But Newcastle, what they were doing was so smart. Because the centre-backs were actually doing the perfect job of keeping the ball long enough without any risk. Because either Sandro Tonali or Jacob Ramsey were receiving the ball every single time and not losing it. They were at least getting it to Osula or Elanga. They never lost the ball in build-up or in these difficult positions for the defenders. And if they did, I think Rashford had one chance where he hit the defender, and Fermin Lopez then had one chance when he pushed the defender and it ended up being a foul. But other than that, Barcelona couldn't do anything because the game plan of Flick is, win the ball high, attack them, destroy them on the counter, or destroy them when winning the ball high up. But they couldn't do anything today. When the ball was on the counter, they couldn't find the final pass because you have, on one hand, you have Lewandowski, which he's finished pace-wise, even on the ball. And then Ferran Torres came in. And Ferran Torres, I gotta say, bro, you're one of the worst footballers I have ever seen play for Barcelona. Yeah, you're up there with Brand 5, bro. You came onto the pitch, you got the ball right here, you tackled yourself in the second half. Genuinely, Ferran Torres, you can let me know down below, bro. Who is your worst player? Because I'm gonna get into the defense right now, bro. But before we do that, is it Araujo or Ferran Torres? Because the defense, especially Araujo, I don't know what the fuck this is, bro. 7.3, it should be 0.3. He cannot hold position. He cannot be on the ball. He cannot play out of the back. He cannot defend. He can't hold the offside line. Araujo is the most washed player after that red card I have ever seen. The turnaround from here, 1v1 battles with world-class Vinicius Jr. to this, getting beat down by Harvey Barnes. Yeah, I think even Osula cooked him once. Osula on the ball looks like my grandma trying to dribble with a fridge, bro. What is this? What is this guy genuinely doing? And this gimmick of Gerard Martin as center back, it will maybe work in La Liga, yeah? It's just now showing that La Liga is a buns league, bro. But Gerard Martin looks like a fish out of water in these games. He is not good, bro. Only thing he offers you is being left-footed as a left-footed center-back. That's it. Left side is center-back, and he's left-footed. That's it. He can pass the ball with his left foot. Defending, winning the duels, brother, pushing up, holding the line. Nada. He's shit. Honestly, he is so bad. I think Kubarsi did okay. Defensively, alright, I guess. You didn't really particularly have the greatest game. He was okay on the ball. I'm not going to skew him too much. I do think that he could have done better in the second half because, let's be honest, if it's Araujo with you on that pitch and Harvey Barnes is, you know, closing up on that ball, you should be there, Kubarsi. That's your man. It's either your man or Araujo's. Yeah, if you think Gerard Martin is looking behind his back and checking his shoulder, what are we doing, bro? He's not that guy, bro. He's not. He can't take his man. No, he's gonna leave him behind. So that's your job, and I think that's your goal or Araujo's. You can let me know who was closer to him, but that's such a bad goal to concede. You should have maybe conceded that goal when Harvey Barnes hit the post. That's the goal you should have conceded, but not that one, bro. The defense was so bad today, and even the substitutions. No, I'm not. I'm being too harsh on him. Xavi Espart, he got cooked once, first, but he looked okay. But Cancelo and Araujo, this cannot be your fullback pairing. And I know you have like injured players, but it would have been Koundé instead of Araujo if you were fit, because I think Cancelo would have started over Balde. I'm not gonna lie. How much better is Koundé than Araujo? Like, I'm not trying to be, you know, like biased or trying to make fun. Nah. Koundé this season and Araujo, they look the same. They can't do shit. And Lamine Yamal literally does zero on the defense. This stinker from Lamine and Pedri needs to be studied, bro. Because in big games, Lamine Yamal just looks like he's out of place. And of course, today, once again, I'm seeing Lewis Hall run up that side, bro. And Lamine Yamal, he's returning. He just lets him go, bro. Lamine Yamal, honestly, he was atrocious. And the same goes for Rafinha. You got completely outplayed. And you still draw 1-1. I think that summarizes this game perfectly, bro. I think the penalty, they should have blown the whistle earlier. Yeah, the penalty shouldn't have even been, but it shouldn't even get to that point, okay? Newcastle, I think you should have finished the game, at least 2 goals, and you could have won this easily, but you didn't. Of course, we are still talking about Newcastle. We have to, you know, look at it from the point of view that they are not having the greatest of season in the Premier League. They will still be nervous against Barcelona in the final minutes, and unfortunately, Malik Chow does foul him, but I think they should have blown the whistle. It's just my opinion. You can think otherwise, but it is a penalty, and Lamine Yamal unfortunately scores it. But I'm gonna say one thing to you, yeah. Lamine Yamal, you're doing this and this after drawing. Yeah, you didn't win. If he won the game, I'm completely fine with it, yeah? Mbappe celebrates penalties when we win, though, in the last minute, yeah? Not draw. This is not a league game. Yeah, this is not a league game. This is, in the Champions League knockouts, this is like nothing happened. This is like nothing, yeah? So you wasted 90 minutes. You wasted energy. This is like nothing happened, and he's doing this. It's a penalty, bro. Lock in, man. Honestly, I think they should have blown the whistle, but it's a penalty. He scored it. What can you do, bro? Like, I don't care, man. Honestly, bro. Barcelona fans, I think you're gonna smoke them at home. And that's what we're gonna see, you know? That's it, man. I did predict this. So, yeah. At least big me up, man. I did predict 1-1. But unfortunately, I think Newcastle could have gotten more, bro. We all know it, man. We all know it, bro. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to reach 2K before the end of this month. And I'm gonna see you tomorrow for the watch-along. Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Love you guys. Peace out.